Hey guys, so this review is a very, very special review. As some of you may know, I was a member of New Zealand's armed forces a long time ago, a fucking long time ago, but I was a member of the New Zealand Army. As a member of the New Zealand Army, I spent a bit of time on a naval ship, the HMNZS Tamaki. I was posted to Fort Courtly, which is an army fort on a naval ship. Strange, you would think, and yes it was, because the ship actually didn't go anywhere. It was just a bit of dirt and they called it a ship. But that's alright. I guess you can do that. But I digress. So I spent a bit of time with some Navy guys at drinking in the wets, and they spent their time drinking in our garrison. So, you know, it was a fun time had by all. It was fucking brilliant, actually. Probably some of the best years of my life. Well, it was, yeah, anyway. Went from there, went to Burnham, and not on a ship, but by chance, the Royal Navy was in town. The Royal Navy. They had driven their boat, well, it's a yacht actually. They'd driven their yacht, the Royal Yacht, into Christchurch. I think they'd taken the Queen for a bit of a burn, and they were in Christchurch. Now, the funny thing is with the Navy, and it's always struck me as being a little bit weird, is that when they turn up in a town, they go out on the piss, they have to wear the uniform. You don't see a soldier wearing his bloody camo DPMs out when he's going on the piss, but the Navy do. And we all know why they do that. It's, well, you know, we know why. But because they're in uniform, and Army guys aren't in uniform, and generally we're out there socialising together and souveniring is a thing, I was souveniring. So I'd just like to apologise to the sailor that I took this off. It's not theft, it's called souveniring. So I souvenired this hat, I think they call it a pork pie, with a Royal Yacht tally. Now, it's held a special place in my little hat collection for a while. But yes, I would like to apologise to that Royal Navy sailor who probably had to scrub the fucking decks for a week because he'd lost his hat in town. But that's not why we're here. We're here to review a beer. And the beer is from Three Sisters. So for those of you that keep up with the news, you'll know that Royal New Zealand Navy has a new ship. Yep, it's the HMNZS Aotearoa. The supply ship. But it's more than just a supply ship. I mean, if you go online and have a look at her specs, I don't think there's anything that this thing can't do. I mean, it carries containers, desalination plants, pretty much. It's probably one of the most versatile ships that the Royal New Zealand Navy has had for quite a while. Aotearoa Pale Ale, made for the HMNZS Aotearoa. Let's have a look at the side. So the crew of the Navy's newest and biggest ever ship wanted a Taranaki beer to celebrate the commissioning of HMNZS Aotearoa. No biggie. Well, it had to be an all New Zealand affair, of course. New Zealand grown Gladfield malts, Nelson Sauvin, Hort 4337 and NZH 107 hops, and even yeast by New Zealand based FrothTech. So, brewed at Three Sisters, it's a 5.6 NZ Pale Ale. Now, it was a limited batch. It's pretty much brewed for the crew, and I would say some friends of the brewery, and me. I got one. Those good buggers at Three Sisters sent me a beer to review. I don't know if you can buy this, but I'm going to crack it open and I'm going to have a try. We're going to salute the HMNZS Aotearoa. Alright, so here we go. We've got our Three Sisters glass. We're not going to open this with Donald Trump. We're going to open it with this. If I can find the bloody opener fucker. Here it is. Listen to that. Love it. Ooh. Hasn't got an overwhelming fruit smell to it, but here we go. Here's the pour. So an NZ Pale Ale with all New Zealand ingredients, like even down to the yeast. Oh, and look at that head. Holy shit. Very, very, very tight bubbles. Probably not going to get the whole lot in there, but we've got a little bit for later. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. So, smell wise, there's a fruit note there. Yes, there's a little bit, I get a little bit of pine and a little bit of citrus. Yep, definitely pine and citrus. And now, yeah, you get to that point where your olfactory senses are overloaded and you can't smell anything anymore. And that's where I'm at. So pine, citrus, yeah, very, very clean smell. Ooh, initial bitterness, and it hangs, so there's a hanging bitterness there. It's really good, really good. It's funny, you can go back and you can get, like once you've got those overloaded senses, like the smell senses, olfactory senses, you can come back and sort of 30 seconds later and you're back again. Yep, so I'm getting that pine, grapefruit, pith. A beer brewed for our newest ship in our fleet, and it is our fleet. It's our fleet. I bet you know, Joe and Sarah were pretty rapt that the Royal New Zealand Navy wanted a beer brewed for their new ship from a brewery at her home port. So you've done the Royal New Zealand Navy proud, and I can just imagine this going down in the wardroom and in the wets. And I promise that I will not give this hat back. Alright, there you go. Go online, check out Three Sisters Breweries. They are just, they're top notch. A little brewery producing some amazing beers. Check them out at Three Sisters Brewery, Three Sisters Brewery .store. So there you go, a brew for the crew. Three Sisters Brewery .store. Check them out. Go and buy some of their beer. I'll catch you later.